Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scribbers HD. Welcome back to another video. So now, today I'm going to be giving you guys stats about every single one of our cars. The C4 is currently gone. Who knows why, but maybe sometime in today's video you guys will be able to see a little bit of some stuff about it. So we're going to first start with the C5, since it's already right here. So this is a 1998 model. So now, a little history lesson on the Corvette. So the first Corvette came out back in 1953, and it was called the C1 Corvette. That was the very first generation. It had around 125 horsepower, and also it had obviously all Corvettes they have V8s, and they all have rear-wheel drive, which because almost all Chevrolets do, apart from like SUVs and trucks and stuff for off-roading. Because cars that need to go off-roading, they all need all-wheel drive anyway. So this right here is the 5th generation, number 5. This is the 1998 Chevrolet Corvette C5. This was one of the very first years of the Corvette C5. The first C5 came out in '97, and now until 2004. So if we come over here, look at this Corvette chart over here. So this Corvette chart right here. So got the C1 right here, was produced from 1953 to 55, and they built about 300 1953s and 3,640 1954s and 755. And this one right here, according to this right here, there's 19,235 of them out there, which means the C8, there's actually more C8s out there than 98 Corvettes. So because the C8, they're producing 30 to 40,000 of them, and just unfortunately, crazy enough, they've already all sold out, which is kind of believable. You would expect that. So now, this particular one has around 355 horsepower, it has around 330 pound-feet of torque, which means this thing here will push from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. We'll do a top speed of around 187 miles an hour, which is absolutely incredible for a 98 Corvette. And the exhaust we're using, for a lot of people keep asking, we're using Extreme Corsa exhaust pipes. So now these right here are really high priced. The previous owner of this car bought these, and they cost them about $2 grand. So if you guys want Extreme, it cost you about $2 grand. So the thing is, boy, do they sound nice. I know you guys have heard the C5 Corvette in a lot of my videos, so I guess you guys already know what it sounds like. Like I say, it sounds nice. You know, you guys know what I mean. The door. So now the door. Listen to this door and I open it. Do you hear that? It literally sounds like a supercar door. This car has the most interesting door, mainly because this door only weighs 25 pounds. When I shut it, so you hear that? It literally sounds like you're opening the door to a Lamborghini Huracan. I know, because I've opened them. Because I've opened the door of a Lamborghini Aventador and Huracan, so that's how I know. The driver's side sounds even better. Listen to this. You can hear that click. That click, I think, is what sounds amazing. This car weighs around 3,500 pounds, which is actually insane. Like a really good really good increase for this, because since it weighs around 3,500 pounds, it actually weighs lighter than the SS, which I'll get to later in the video. Look, there they are. Look what I told you. The C4 Corvette is now coming home. There's the C4 Corvette right there. And I guess since it's already back, I guess we can go and start talking about the C4. So now this one here, they made around 15,000 of them. And this car right here has around 255 horsepower. It will do a 0 to 60 in just a shy under 6 seconds, which means this thing here probably do like 5.8 to 6.5 seconds, which means this makes this one of the slowest Corvettes out there. But dang, does it feel good. This is a 4-speed manual transmission, or say with clutch, because the clutch, according to my stepfather who drives this car, it's one of the smoothest clutches he's ever driven. And damn, unfortunately, I'm unsure what exhaust system we have on the C4 Corvette, but you guys already know this C4 Corvette is incredible. So this is an '86 model. This is actually the very first year of this car. The first year of it was '84. The thing is that they kept this design until '86. So pretty much the 84s and the 86, they pretty much almost look exactly the same. Now, to pump in the gas, you would pump it in right back here. Normal with other cars, you would pump it in from the side. It is right here. That's right there is where you pump in the gas to the C4 Corvette. And now we're going to talk about the headlights. So now, Corvettes until that year, there was the very last year the Corvettes had pop-up headlights. The C4 Corvette also has them. So to open them, it's really simple. There's a little latch right here you pull this back, all the way back, to open up the headlights. With the headlights up, you guys can go ahead and see what they look like up. Now, C5 Corvette, this is what everybody looks at the Corvette as, with pop-up headlights. To shut them, all you guys simply do is just press this button to shut them right back, and they shut down. So that's how you open up those. But now, you guys may all know about Chevrolet Corvettes. There's only really one way to tell this is the Chevrolet. But that is by looking at the logos. If you look at this logo right here, you can see the Chevrolet logo right there. That's the only way you can tell this is a Chevrolet. The rest of it says Corvette all over, which is kind of understandable. I guess we can go and talk about the doors. So now, the doors of this car, they're really heavy. And they're one of the heaviest Chevrolet doors, as far as I can know. They weigh about 50 pounds, I'm going to guess. 50 pounds, that's what they feel like. I've lifted up about 100 pounds before, and this is not quite what that feels like. It feels about half of that. So it's pretty interesting about how the doors are. The interior. I've been hearing stuff about our daddy Doug talking about how the C5's interior. It's not good enough. It's not how. He pretty much grades every car's interior by 2019 standards. So back in '86, this has to be the nicest interior you could probably have ever gotten. So this is a production car, 1980s interiors. This is how an 80s interior should look. So that's like the hallmark of this car. That's like the hallmark of it. C4 Corvettes, you don't really see them that often anymore. I've only seen a couple of them. So we're lucky enough to have this one right here. It's a YouTube sensation. Everybody loves this car on my channel. The most popular video on my channel is about this car. I made it back in September of 2018. After we've had this car for about 1 year, and you guys loved it. By the way, that video is at 5.2k views now, so thank you all so much for liking the video. And for most people who know about Corvettes, they have this panel right here. See, they have this panel, which is where the front license plate would be. Well, back when this car was around, there was federal regulation that all cars had a front license plate. So now, and they also made this cover for it because they're thinking about like, maybe in the future if they get rid of that regulation, you can just put those casts on and make it look clean. And it does look pretty good. Whenever you look at the car, you don't really notice it that well because you're just mainly looking at the body of the car. Okay, now we're going to go up here and talk about the SS. This is the most powerful car we've ever owned. Like you guys already know, back a little while ago, we owned a 2015 Chevrolet Camaro Rally Sport, which that car had around 320 horsepower. So it was not quite as this, but the thing is, the exhaust on the RS, nothing compared to this. It had nearly as good technology as this thing. But the thing is, that was back in 2015, so it's kind of understandable. So yeah, this is a 2019 Chevrolet Camaro Ss. This is the most powerful car we've ever owned. 455 horsepower and around 430 pound-feet of torque, which pushes this thing from 0 to 60 in 3.8 to 4.5 seconds, and a top speed of close to 200 miles an hour. Don't believe me? Here, let me go and come over here to the interior and show you. If I can go and show you the interior here. The craziest thing is that whenever you have the keys on you, check this out. So whenever you actually have the keys on you, whenever you want to get inside the car, if you get to unlock it, simply press this little button right here, and the door automatically unlocks for you. You guys can see how this interior actually is. It literally looks like the interior of a McLaren a little bit. So we're going to have a seat inside. As you guys can see, the speedometer goes up to 200 miles per hour, which is absolutely insane. This thing here also has shift paddles. As you guys can see right there, it does have shift paddles. This thing here is a 7-speed manual and a 10-speed automatic, which obviously an automatic is quicker. If you're doing it in manual, you'll probably do a 0 to 60 in close to 5 seconds. So I would recommend driving this thing in automatic because it automatically shifts for you. So the red line, you guys can see, is at 6,500 RPM, which is absolutely crazy. By the way, after I get my new tripod, if you guys haven't yet followed me on my Instagram, go down in the description down below and go follow me on my Instagram right now. If you guys know that, I have a new tripod for my phone coming. So I'll be able to do a review on this car a whole lot easier instead of me having to use my stupid old music stand that I have to use. One thing else I like about the interior of this car is look above this. I've never even noticed this till a little while ago. It actually has Camaro written on the top of this. I think that's the craziest feature about this car. And the car itself, you guys already know, it's probably the most aggressive car. We've had it for almost 10 months now. And we actually got this car just a little bit before my birthday, which was absolutely crazy. It was like a birthday present to me. I've been telling my parents, guys, we need to get a 19 SS. I think we just need it. It'll be the perfect car for our collection. And looky here, I'm actually in here sitting in one. The first time I went up close to one, like the first time I saw one, I remember we were on my way to my brother's ceremonies at Boone, near Boone, North Carolina, and I saw a white 2019 riding up the road. That was the very first 19SS that I've ever seen. The first one I was actually able to look inside of, actually get closer up to, was actually when I was looking at my 200 sub special. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. It's my 200 sub special about, I'm going to guess about a year ago, about 8 months ago, maybe 10 months ago. And that was the very first time I've actually ever seen a Camaro, one of these Camaros up close. It was a beautiful orange car. And now, the fact that we're actually sitting here and we own this car, it's insane. Just being able to actually sit in here and hold on to this steering wheel, being able to feel like, man, I'm sitting inside of a 19 SS and it's sitting at our house and it's under our name, is absolutely insane. I've been dying for this car to come out. I've been waiting for the new generation to come out ever since this car did come out, and finally we have one. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, so the steering wheel is kind of like our 2015. The steering, like close the door, it's pretty simple. It's just like you. And the door handle, I love how the door handle is too. The thing is though, with our 2015, the door handle is all the way down here. Now that the speaker right here, and they actually put it in the much more obvious spot. They put it right up here. You open it just like you would the 2015, except this one here, all the 2015 had was plastic. This one has rubber right here. It has rubber steering wheel pieces. Well, I will admit, up here is cheap plastic. All this up here is cheap plastic with a little bit of rubber on the edges here. But I just think, even though I don't even care if the thing's rubber, oh, check this out. The SS logo in the back of the seat, you can't even feel that. I mean, like, look at this. I'm sitting right here against it. I literally cannot even feel that SS logo. That is solid metal. That's the exact same logo they put on the side of the car. So you can't even feel that, which is one thing I love about it even more. And yes, this car does have back seats, obviously. And the thing is, this car was really designed to be a two-seater, so sitting back here would not really be at the most comfortable. It's very, very tight. The seats can also fold down. You guys can see the little loop up there. Yes, these seats, the back seats, they can fold down. So you can actually fit a decent amount of storage back here, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, going back out of the SS, I'm going to shut this door. And even look, I'm not holding any keys. Look, left hand, right hand. I'm not touching any keys. Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Right there. See that? The car locks all by itself. The car literally locks all by itself. I just think it's automatic. The thing is, whenever you get that car, it doesn't automatically lock all by itself. You have to put that option. It's an option inside the cars. And the wheels we're using are brushed aluminum with lug nuts. Obviously, this car wasn't like that. It's like this badge right here. That SS badge right there is the exact same badge that's inside the seat. That's on the back seat. That's absolutely incredible. And this rear wing is what I think is crazy. Whenever I'm sitting in the back seat, looking back here, seeing this rear wing, it's absolutely incredible. To think about how wind travels underneath it, it's absolutely insane. And now we're going to talk about the Malibu. So now, this one's going to probably not be that interesting. This one here is around 130 horsepower. 0 to 60 is about 10 seconds. Well, it's actually about 7 seconds. It's actually about as quick as that thing. This thing's here's top speed will go up to around 160 miles an hour. This thing here only goes around to 140. So this car is actually exactly the same speed as this car. And this is a 2018 Chevy Malibu. This one is the LT version. Because there's actually only one person on my Instagram who really likes this car. I don't understand why. It's just a little Malibu. The thing is though, it's a Chevrolet as it is, so it deserves to be part of the family. Whenever you actually open the door to the C5, Chevrolet was actually really thinking back then. There's a reflector right here on the door. You guys might be wondering what that does. I actually told you guys what that does in the review I did on this car about 2 weeks ago. Let's say if you're a car coming up here at night. So whenever the door is open, that light will reflect. That light will reflect on the door to let people know that the door is open, and then after that they will not hit your door. If you have the keys in your pocket, like I said, right by your side, check this out. So now there's two ways to open up the trunk. So one of them is by right here. You press this button right here and it pops open. And after that, it pops open the trunk. Which you can see is actually pretty roomy back here. But still, that's not the only way to pop open the trunk. So you can even do it like this. Underneath of where the license plate is, there's a rubber pad right here. You press that, and it pops the trunk just like that. So you guys, that's probably something that most Camaro owners probably did not even know about this car. There's actually two ways to open it. Let's say if you're just coming back from the grocery store and you don't want to have to open the door and then come back around. You can then just come up here and press this button with the key, unless the keys are in your pocket, and you press that and it pop the trunk. And let's say this, and whenever the reason why they put it right here, let's say whenever you're ready motion, you can do that, and while you're pressing it, you can press the trunk button and already have the trunk fastened whenever you unlock the car. That is what I think is the coolest thing about that car. They give everybody a really nice easy motion. Anyway, you're going to lock this thing back up. Anyway guys, I'm going to go and end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please do leave a like and also subscribe. Also guys, go follow me on my Instagram. I'll try to leave it in the description down below. That's a quick little facts about every single one of our cars for new subscribers. But anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Also, I'm using my microphone today. You guys can see here, I'm using my microphone today, and hopefully it's doing pretty well. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I know one video is going to be coming up. So we took the C4 today to go to the grocery store. I'm going to be actually putting it with this car whenever I post it. So anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Peace out. Oh yeah, today's shout out will be popping up right up here. I'm pointing at it right now. Now I'm pointing at the right direction. Today's shout out will be popping up right up here. So guys, go check him out. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. So I'm going to be going to go randomly through the comment section of the last video and pick just one comment winner. And whoever I choose will be able to get the comment. But unless it's the same person, if it's the same exact person chooses, then I won't make there be any shout outs in today's video. But anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Peace out. Open up, shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open, cold as ice and Coca-Cola.